They laughed, not out of malice, but mockery wrapped in youth. It was during a family dinner when I pulled out my old flip phone to check the time. A hush fell. Then came the giggles. My grandkids, their eyes glued to glowing smartwatches and sleek phones, whispered loud enough for me to hear. Asterisk, she still uses that ancient thing? Asterisk, asterisk, but it doesn't even have Wi-Fi. Asterisk. I smiled. Not because I was amused, but because they had no idea. They didn't know that decades ago I was homeless. I slept in bus terminals, ate once a day if I was lucky, mocked by strangers, brushed aside like I was invisible. But I listened, learned, read discarded tech magazines, took free courses in public libraries. I had no roof, but I had drive. Eventually, I got a job at a startup. Then another. Then I stopped working for companies and started buying into them. Quietly, patiently. While the world scrolled and swiped, I was watching, investing, building. By the time my grandkids were born, I'd become a silent partner in some of the biggest tech ventures on the market. But I never flashed wealth. I wore simple clothes, lived in the same old house, and yes, carried a flip phone. Because I didn't need updates. I was the update behind the scenes. But that dinner? That laughter? That was my turning point. The company my grandkids idolized, the one they waited in line for every product launch, wore its logo on their hoodies and followed its CEO like a rock star. I'd been watching it too. And I noticed something they didn't. It was vulnerable. Its stock had been slipping. A quiet boardroom conflict was weakening leadership. And they had just missed a major AI patent opportunity. I saw the gap. I saw the silence. And I moved. Through my holdings and a few key partnerships, I orchestrated an acquisition. Quietly. Strategically. Within weeks, I went from being an invisible shareholder to owning the majority vote. They didn't see it coming. I scheduled a family reveal at the same dinner table. 2 months later. Same faces. Same seats. I handed each grandkid a gift box, sleek, black, and unmarked. They opened it. Inside, the newest smartphone from the company they worshipped, with a gold-engraved message on the back that read, "From the woman with the flip phone. Love, Grandma." Confused, they turned to me. "I own it now," I said. "The company, the brand, the device you're holding. You laughed at my phone. Now I own the future of yours." Silence. One of them whispered, "Asterisk, you're joking." Asterisk. So I pulled out my flip phone, opened it slowly, and tapped in a sequence. Behind me, the television turned on, displaying the new board of directors. My name was at the top. They were stunned. But I wasn't angry. I wasn't vengeful. I was teaching. They had underestimated the quiet one in the room, the one who didn't chase trends, but understood value. I wanted them to realize that intelligence isn't loud. Power doesn't always wear sneakers and carry the newest tech. Sometimes it wears worn shoes and checks the time on a plastic screen because it already knows what time it is. And the twist? I gave each of them a choice. A mentorship opportunity. Learn the business. Build with me. Or continue chasing updates while someone else builds the system you depend on. Most of them chose to learn. Now, every family dinner begins the same. They wait, respectfully, for me to open my flip phone. But I don't bring it anymore. Because I don't need to prove a point twice.